Okay, I just wanted to go over the itinerary and other travel information that I've compiled into this travel OneNote for my boss's upcoming trip. So the first item that I have listed here is the itinerary, and I've created a separate tab for that, which can be accessed through this link right here. And as you can see on the itinerary, has been prepared for all of her appointments between November 30th and December 16th, and all of her traveling as well between those times. And the first day, on Monday, November 30th, she'll be departing from the Spokane airport at 6 in the morning. Then she will arrive in Salt Lake City at 8:35, and then again depart from Salt Lake City at 9:42 a.m. and finally arrive in Guadalajara at the International Airport in Guadalajara at 2:29 p.m. And then she will not have any other obligations until the morning of December 1st at 8 a.m., where she'll have her first presentation at the Marriott Hotel in Guadalajara. And again, she will not have any other obligations other than to travel the city until Friday, December 4th at 6 in the afternoon, and she will have dinner with Linda Castle, who is the director of sales, and that will be at the restaurant Lula Bistro, which is just down the street from the hotel. Then we have on Tuesday, December 8th, she'll be departing the Guadalajara airport and arriving in the Mexico City airport, which is just a very short flight, and she'll arrive at 9:21 a.m. And then on the next day, at December 9th, she will have her presentation at the Marriott Hotel in Mexico City. Then on December 12th, she has a meeting with Philip Jackson at Pujol, which is another restaurant which is just down the street from her hotel. And then she will stay there until she departs on December 16th from Mexico City and then arrives in San Francisco and then departs again from San Francisco to Spokane, where she'll arrive at 1:29 p.m. that same day. All right, and then for more information regarding her itinerary can be found here in her transportation and lodging tab. And the first tab regards simply her flights. So as you can see, we've got more detailed information regarding her flights on the 30th, the 8th, and 16th. And that includes the prices, the departing times, and I've also included the time changes, the official names of the airports, the flight numbers, which were also included on the itinerary. And as you can see, that applies for all of the flights. And then on the rental cars tab, I have all of her rental cars. The first one will be picked up in Guadalajara. And as you can see, I have the pickup times, drop-off times for both cities, as well as the website where she can reach her reservations to check on them, and then the total price for that as well. Moving on to the hotels tab, I've included links as well as the titles and all of the information for her hotels and appointments. So I've got the number to the hotel, the check-in times, the check-in dates as well, and then the website to her actual specific reservation and the price, in addition to this functions as a link to the official website of the hotel. And then, of course, the directions and the location address right here. And the same goes for her second hotel in Mexico City with all of the same information through the same links. And then, of course, the price at the bottom. And then I have some additional travel information, such as her documents, which she will be required to have as she travels, which include a passport, her customs declaration, which can be completed online or once she arrives at the airport in Guadalajara, as well as a health questionnaire, which can be completed either online or in Guadalajara. However, if she completes them prior, it would be a bit easier, as it was recommended by the Guadalajara website. And then this includes her vaccines, which are required, which are just her routine vaccines, but there are a number of recommended ones as well, which include hepatitis B, typhoid, and malaria, because those are particularly vulnerable in that area. And down here, as you can see, we have information about her destination. So the first tab includes the relevant regional information, which includes things such as the language that is spoken, which of course is Spanish. And then we have the types of electrical sockets that she will need to be able to convert her own power sockets and chargers. And then we have the standard voltage, the hertz, the currency, which is pesos, the exchange rate between the peso and the American dollar, the average weather during the time that she'll be traveling, the Mexican holidays which are celebrated nationally during the time that she's traveling, the country codes whenever she needs to make a phone call, the area code in Guadalajara as well as Mexico City, and then the nearest address of the embassies in Guadalajara and Mexico City, and then local restaurants which she will be attending for meetings, and then finally some things that she can do while she's in Guadalajara, and these are museums as well as other tourist attractions. And then finally, this is just a quick little helpful practices and etiquettes page which she can refer to whenever she's conducting business with her associates who live in Mexico. And this includes things such as gift giving etiquette, and shows how to practically give gifts whenever you're in Mexico, so that you can follow along with the general guidelines of Mexican culture, as well as their work hour practices, their attitudes towards time, greetings and business etiquettes, just a general list here regarding their handshake practices as well as their verbal greetings. Most of us would assume that they would just say hola. However, generally the common verbal greeting in business interactions is buenos dias, which is good day, which is a little bit more friendly and formal than hola. So a lot of just good information like that, as well as information about nonverbal communication, which includes the ways that they use their arm gestures as well as handshakes. More information about handshakes, as well as things about what to mention things about, as well as what to avoid saying, so that you don't call any sort of negative attention to yourself as well during these business interactions. And that is the general overall look at her notebook for the trip.